Are you interested in awakening or deepening your process of awakening in a very safe way? Now, this information could be thought of as beginner information. Yet, there are many people who are very advanced in their awakening practice, but do not follow this advice. And it is some of the most powerful stuff out there when it comes to awakening. Whether this is preparing you for a Kundalini awakening or whether it's just a general spiritual awakening. And this is to activate your system in a positive way. So, what do I mean by this? Generally, most people are on, let's say, an energy neutral stance. A lot of people are on an energy deficit stance. Energy deficit results in things like depression, anxiety, fear. So, how do we go about changing ourselves from being from an energy negative or even an energy neutral stance to becoming energy positive? Because if we become energy positive, everything can change for us. Not immediately, it takes time, it takes work, it takes a little bit of effort of being aware, but yet it is so powerful. So, how do we begin this process? Well, first of all, we have to understand what takes our energy, what drains our energy. Now, this can be from shock and awe, social media, mass media, the way things are designed to draw your attention into the to gear you negatively towards your life and towards your day. But this goes deeper, and this is why we can say there's so much power or so much magic in the words we use with others and with ourselves. What do I mean by this? Well, I can talk about all the positive aspects of awakening. However, I can also talk about the fears. How did that feel to you? As soon as I said the word however, we changed from suddenly talking about positive things and going higher to however suddenly we put the brakes on. There are certain words we use in our language. However, but, despite. And if what we say previously to these words is positive, yet after these words, we swing in something negative or something neutral, we kill our energy. Yet this can also be reversed if we're talking about something negative or neutral. And we swing in a however, despite, but, and we end what we're saying with something positive. Just imagine if every time we catch ourselves in a neutral stance, a stressful stance, a fear stance, and then we suddenly catch ourselves and we say, however, and we think about something positive or we say something positive, we suddenly change to being positive. But what do you mean, just you're suddenly positive? How do these things make you feel? Think about something positive that you have to do this week. Got one? Okay. That makes you feel good, right? Now we say, but think about something negative that you have to do this week. How does that make you feel? When we fine tune our senses and we can feel within ourselves how those statements react within us, and we pay attention to the feelings we get from these things, this is the first step. So then, whenever we feel neutral or drained, we can simply focus on something positive. When we have enough practice, so go practice this, say several statements, positive to negative, negative to positive, and see how it feels within you. And then from now on, we want to be checking how we feel about everything we think, everything we say, everything we hear from other people, from social media, from mass media, from television programs, from reading a book, whatever it is. And we start to learn what positive energy feels like. When we can feel that flow within us, that positive flow within us, we can then very simply wake up first thing in the morning without getting out of bed, without anything. How's my energy flowing? Is it neutral? Is it negative? Is it positive? I'm not moving from here until it's positive, because it might be, just might be, a lovely day, bright, things are going to work out, and it's going to be a really lovely, beautiful day. Whether the sun is shining, or whether it's raining, or whether it's windy, I'm just going to enjoy the weather, the process, how I'm feeling. And the more we tune into this, the more we, as many people say, raise our vibrations. And when we focus on everything we think, everything we say, everything we hear, and we slowly change to become more relaxed in the way we think, more relaxed in the way we treat ourselves, not trying to find the reasons not to do something, but rather trying to understand the brilliance and the amazement of when we do simple things. The way we can put water on a stove or in a kettle, turn it on, and it boils the water, and we can pour water over some plant leaves and it makes tea. Or we can pass it through some coffee grains and make a cup of coffee. Or we can take an orange, we can cut it in half We can eat it and just get that sweet, sweet nectar from the orange. Such simple things. And by not just walking out the house and walking straight to the car, but stopping, looking around, just taking in what there is. And I don't care whether you live in what we could consider a very ugly place, just the amazement of human technology that has enabled to build these things and the surroundings. Or if we live in nature, the amazement of nature. Now, these might sound like very small, insignificant things. Yet you would be amazed in the amount of people, the vast majority of people, unfortunately, that do not do this. People who doom scroll on their phones. How much of the stuff do you see is positively orientated for a long time? Or how long, unfortunately, do the algorithms push things that are energy negative in one way, shape, or form? And of course, the algorithms do this not because they've been pre-programmed to do it, but simply because this is the thing that people react to. And so they give them more of it because they react to it. It's at a state where, again, with social media, it seems much harder to hit that like button than it is to leave a negative comment to something that you didn't like or don't agree with. And when we focus on that beautiful sunset, when we marvel at the skill and the knowledge there is, and we smile rather than frown, we take a deep breath and we relax. We do this over and over and over, and we catch ourselves with every negative or neutral thought. And we make the conscious choice to feel how these things feel and say, but I want to feel positive, and so I will. It's not being ignorant, it's not being blind, it's not being naive. It's choosing to find the beauty in this place we are in now. This over time, with practice, with patience, taking it easy, not being in a rush to do everything. If we press that button for the lift, for the elevator, and it takes 2 minutes to arrive, don't push that button again. Just wait. Relax. Look around. I have a moment to be ever present here now. These simple things. When we stack positivity on top of positivity, on how we feel inside every moment of every day, and we feel that things are positive and flowing within every cell of our body, our entire lives can shift and change. And as we do this, we let go of the fears, we let go of the stress, we let go of the anxieties, we let go of and the things that held us back from doing things, the judgments, the bias, the bigotry. become beneath us. We no longer resonate at those levels. And the more we can feel, and the more we do this, the more we feel, the more we concentrate on feeling these positive vibrations through our body, the more we resonate with positivity, the more we attract positivity. And yes, you may find there's friends or family members who are very negative all the time. You no longer resonate with them and you start spending less time with them. Because it's not up to you to change them, it's up to them to change themselves. And by trying to force it on them, it's not going to happen. And that's okay. Because that's not a negative thing. It's a positive thing that you are leading the way through example. You're not being made a fool of. You have the ability to say no to negativity, to bias, to bigotry. And you just start to feel more at home in your body. This is what processes of de-armoring, somatic releases like Kundalini activation, all of these things do on a high speed. But to do them by yourself is very simple. This is all we have to do. And people that go for some form of somatic therapy, be that Kundalini activation or body work or hypnosis or whatever it is, even yoga. If you don't change your mindset to be positive, to be energy positive, how long are all those things going to last? Think about it. If I take away the armor, if I strip away the bias and the beliefs I have, and feel good about myself in a short retreat, and then I go back to how I was before, what's going to happen? However, if I do this, what I'm talking about now, before a retreat or a therapy session of somatic release of whatever kind it is, physical, energetical, mental, it's going to raise me up so much further. And I continue to be energy positive throughout my day, all day, every day. That is just going to compound the positiveness of the therapies that you do. We can, one by one, individually, feel better, feel higher, break free, and come back to how we were when we were 3 years old. Just energy positive, enjoying life, looking for more positive things to experience. Please share this with as many people, whether you think they'll be interested in it or not. Just share this video with everyone you know. Because just imagine if you share this with everyone you know, and a few people click on it and watch it, and they share it with everyone they know, And a few people click on it, listen, learn, take in the advice, and they share it with everyone they know. By you simply sharing this, by people taking on this challenge of understanding what it feels like to be energy positive, to not be bound by fear, bias, bigotry as an emotional dopamine triggers that are actually negative. We could do an amazingly huge part by simply doing this to change the culture we live in, the world we live in, the programs of the planet. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be amazing? Doesn't that feel energy positive? See you in another video.